What is chirpin, my peeps? Call me Peeps. Here back for episode 14, I believe. Is this 14? I'm pretty sure this is 14. Of our Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time reverse dungeon order. We'll go ahead and jump into this. It's time for us to become Child Link. However, before we do that, let us... Alright, that'll be fine. Let us go and refill our fairies before we switch to Child Link. I was like, do I remember the song? But I did. I forgot it for a tad second there, but I remembered it fairly quickly. I just screwed up playing it. Either way, this is the quickest way for fairies now. You can just come here, turn around, and we'll go straight to the fairies. And of course you have to worry about this guy, but he's not an issue. Oh gosh. We're sliding everywhere. It's Hey, what you think you're doing, huh? I was trying to, you probably heard my controller, I was trying to spin attack there. I wasn't necessarily trying to jump attack. I wanted to see if we could spin attack into the hole. But whatever. Alright, we'll take these two fairies. Two of your guys' buddies can, you can say goodbye to poor, Phil and Flannery. I don't know, don't ask me. Shoot! Alright. What? How did that not... How's that not... Oh, we haven't learned the song yet. Gosh dang it. I'm sitting here trying to play... I was like, I played that right twice. Why didn't it do anything? Yeah. That's because we don't know the Prelude of Light yet. We're going to get the Prelude of Light after this cutscene. I hope this cutscene's not too long, because I would like to finish Jabu Jabu, if we could. Really, Jabu Jabu's like only 20 minutes. So, if we could finish Jabu Jabu, that would be pretty great. Because from there, we climb up Death Mountain, which we just play the Prelude of Light, and then we can walk up Death Mountain from Kakariko. And I don't know, either way. So, in order to glitch this door, it's a lot easier than is Child Link. You just need the hover boots and the giant's knife. And the giant's knife is necessary. Hopefully we can do this without breaking it. You just aim at this wall at a 45-degree angle, you know, just kind of aim at the seam of the wall here. And a good way to know if you've done it is when you aim, you see if you Z target, it'll send you either one way. And if it doesn't, you're mostly good. You're going to hold forward, hit B 3 times. I didn't mean to do that. We might break our knife. That's going to suck. And then you're going to side hop right after you clip through the wall. Oh gosh, it's... Oh man, it's so broken. Yeah, we broke it. Shoot. So whether it's broken or not, you can do it. If it's broken, you can still do it. If it's not broken, you can do it. And look, we're sitting here with hover boots and a broken giant's knife. Okay. So at some point when we come back to Adult Link, I think that we will go get the giant's knife again. Because it'll be helpful for... It's going to be helpful for climbing up Ganon's tower, and even climbing down Ganon's tower, actually. So I think I will want to get a new one. You can actually, if you do it right the first time, you saw you can keep the sword and not break it, but I messed up, so it's not like it's a big deal. Again, even if it's broken, you can still do it, but, you know, it's whatever. Would have been better to keep it, but we'll waste... We might not even waste that much time, just, because, I mean, as far as rupees go, we should get, maybe not plenty of rupees as a kid, but we should be able to pick up, you know, some amount of rupees that should reduce the time on farming. And then, because I mean, we are going to go through all 3 dungeons before we come back up as a kid. Or before we're going to go through all 3 dungeons before we glitch our way back to adult. And if you wanted to, technically, you wouldn't have to glitch your way back. You could watch the cutscene, get the Ocarina of Time, learn the Song of Time, and do it legitimately. But why would you want to do that when you could potentially save time? When you could potentially save time. What am I trying to say here? What am I trying to say here? When you could potentially save time. Tick tock, hickory dickory dock. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. So, we'll go ahead and play our way out of this temple. You could save and reset, but there's a very specific reason I'm not. I'm pretty sure as Kid Link, if we save and reset in here, it will start us in here. And we want to save and reset ourselves back to not Kakariko. I don't know why I mix those two up. To Kokiri. We want to go back to Kokiri Forest because we can escape the forest that way. And we can escape the forest that way. And it'll put us right next to the Zora's Domain. We just play Zelda's Lullaby, get into Zora's Domain, and then we're pretty much at Jabu Jabu from there. Maybe I should have got the Giant's Knife before. I don't know. I think that Jabu. I know we can do him in one part. It's just with all this other stuff, can we? I'm not exactly 100% on that one. And look, there's Soraya still. We know she's a fairy sage. Or we know she's a sage, but whatever. That's just how things work when you go backwards. Oh boy. This might be a tad bit long of an episode. Because I want to get Jabu Jabu done in one part. But by the time we get to him, we'll only be at the 10-minute mark. I would assume it might not even be the 10-minute mark. Well, 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes isn't far-fetched. I don't remember how to set this glitch up. Actually, isn't it something like that? No, that's not even close to right. I can't do it. But it's worth a shot. Whatever. And again, we have the gold scale. We don't have to Navi dive. But Navi diving's fun. That's just a lot cooler than diving down. It may take a few extra seconds because we have to wait. But it's cooler. I don't care what you try and tell me. Whoa. That was, gosh dang it. Yeah, now you can see. I mean, earlier I was playing the Ocarina fairly consistent, but, you can see sometimes the C-stick can really give you trouble. Jabu we go. Now, as you know, the original way to enter Jabu Jabu is you need a fish. However, all 3 of our bottles are occupied by fairies. So, we don't have a fish to spare. But that's okay. There's 2 ways you can get into Jabu Jabu. One way is very easy. I messed that up. It's very easy. And then the next is, it's not really hard, it's just harder than this way. So what I'm going to do is enter in the easy way, and then at the end of the episode, I'm going to end it by showing you how to get in the harder way. It's pretty much the same either way, but I just want to show it off. And so that's how we'll end the episode, because we'll probably be around the 30-minute mark by then. Either way, what you do, very simple. Just come over here. You're going to crouch dab twice, jump splash, and wow. I was trying to... Stop. Oh my gosh, are you serious, Jabu Jabu? Basically, that's what you do, but you have to hit B quicker. I was just trying to explain it so it don't go so well. That's the basic gist of it, but you want to hit the wall closer to the left. We hit it closer to the right. And then what it's going to do is... Oh, that was kind of bad. What it does is hits us into the bottom of Jabu Jabu's mouth, which apparently is part of the loading zone. And so that's just a nice, quick, easy way to get in. Now this is the last bomb chew we're going to need for the run. And all we're doing is running straight at this door. That should be good. Hopefully it doesn't miss. We're good. And if you just run straight from when you enter, then you don't have to worry about it. Now here we're going to use a glitch that should help us skip a good portion. I wouldn't say all, but a good portion of the temple. So you need ISG, first of all. Then what you do is come right over here with the jellyfish. Once you have ISG, you come against the wall like I did, just hold back and spam it. And all we're doing is backflipping our way up here. Which, if you know, this is kind of like the contortion hover, only instead of using bomb chews, we're using the jellyfish. And what it's doing is, you see that door down there, we need to get there at one point. The way you're supposed to is go around, you have to fight a mini-boss, you know, do a couple other things, blah blah blah. We don't want to do that. We just want to glitch our way up here. Because what you do is you come hit this platform. Not this one, but you hit this one, and it drops. You have to do a lot of stuff to get around here. And we're not really interested in doing all that stuff. So what we're going to do is just jump on the platform there, and boom, look at that, it's down. So basically all we need to do now is get the boomerang, and then we can just go right to the end of the dungeon. Because there's no boss keys or anything we need. I mean, all we need is the boomerang. Before, I actually, when I first ran the route, I actually didn't know that trick. So I would do this, I would do all of Jabu Jabu and not be able to skip anything. But with that, you can skip. I mean, it's not that much. The dungeons on their own, you know, if you know what you're doing, aren't too long. I mean, it skips maybe 10 minutes or something. But, you know, it's just the more you know. And, you know, I mean, it's time saved. At the very least, it's saving you at least 5 minutes. I mean, no matter how good you are, you're saving time no matter what, so. And it's a cool little trick, you know. But poor Rudo, or poor us, I should say, or we just have to sit here and talk to Rudo forever. And Rudo's treating us very cruelly, even though we've already met her as an adult and know that we're basically engaged to her. She spoiled that, but, you know, we are fiancé. And I guess some people don't know this, but I don't know why, but some people didn't know that you can throw Rudo with the switches. Which is weird to me. Like, I've had multiple people tell me I didn't know you could... Oh, shoot, I messed up. No, Rudo! Fudge. Gosh dang it. You're supposed to throw her up first. Dang it. See, that's just me talking and not paying attention. She should just be right back here, though. Okay, that wasted all but maybe 30 seconds, you know, maybe. But yeah, I mean, it was just, to me, it's like, really? It's just, I don't know. I mean, this Jabu Jabu is not that tall. At least not these corridors where the switches are. These bubbles, both bubbles that hit us were very kind in giving us hearts in return. But I don't know, it's just kind of interesting to me, you know? But it's the reason we don't need bomb chews, is because we have Rudo for... I think this is actually the only other switch we even need to hit. We have Rudo for this switch. Can't run on without her. Not quite yet. Will you? No, oh, come on! Are you serious? I went to pick her up. Oh my gosh. Can you talk about terrible luck? Pick her up and it... Oh, man. I was gonna say, we might actually be able to get out of this place at a decent time, but not if stuff like that keeps happening. So, I mean, really, this isn't really as long as I remember. Maybe it was 20 minutes doing it the full way, but, I mean, we're already, I'd say we're probably at least over the halfway point, because basically, once we get the boomerang, it's pretty much just a straight run to the boss. It only takes a couple minutes. And the boss itself really is not that long. Oh, I can't believe how much trash that was. I went to pick her up and it opened the door. You got all these stupid bubbles in the way. You can use Gerudo to pop the bubbles as well. At least Gerudo wasn't right up next to the door this time. Oh no, that's what happened. We got hit with that same bubble. You can actually use the Deku nuts to pop the bubbles. I recommend that. Just because you can get them out of your way. I mean, if you can maneuver past them, great. But usually I throw Deku nuts. I just didn't have them equipped. I didn't want to equip them, so... We're giving Gerudo a lap dance. Ooh. This is how we're gonna win her love. Thank you, Jellyfish. That Jellyfish is pretty much the real MVP of Jabu Jabu. Can we just talk about how gross this dungeon is, by the way? We're literally inside like a giant whale. Like, we're walking on, like, it's just like, I don't know. It's just not very pleasant. Now, if I remember correctly, did we go right first? I'm pretty sure I usually go left and that's the wrong way, but that might not be the case. Actually, no, I think this is right, because we have to get the... Yeah, we have to get the, See, some people will say Deku nuts have no use. Deku nuts are very useful. A lot of people just don't know how to use them right. Is that all of them? No? Who's left? Oh, nope, that is all of them. Oh, I was on the wrong side of the chest. Almost just the wrong side. Now that we have the boomerang, we can make a beeline for the end of this place here. Since we do have a little bit of time to spare, this is going much quicker than I thought. There's actually another thing we can do, and I'm not going to spend an incredible amount of time on it, but there's another little trick we can do, or at least try to do. It's pretty hard, it's pretty precise. Bye, Gerudo. We don't care about you anymore. She comes back here and she's going to cry about it, but we're done with you. You serve no use to us until we beat the boss and you give us the Zora's Sapphire. The way you're supposed to do this is you bring this box and you're supposed to drop it on this switch. However, with very, very precise timing, I'll drop that here, you can actually roll from this switch to the door and open it. Now, I'm not going to spend an incredible amount of time on this, but we'll spend like a minute or so trying it. I have actually successfully done it, but it's not easy by any means. Like, you really have to spam the button. You just have to hope you get the proper frame, you know? It's by no means easy. So I think we'll spend like another 20 seconds or so on it. If I could show it off, cool, but I brought the box over just in case. Usually when I try to show this off, I don't bring the box over for whatever reason, but it's quicker if I bring the box because then I don't have to walk back for it when we were just there. Alright, we'll say 3 more attempts after this. I'm going to try pause buffering one of these attempts as well. Alright, so that was one. Let's try pause buffering this one. I don't know how much good it's going to do me, but that's the pause you want. We'll try one more pause buffer and then say screw it. Nope. Alright, whatever. Just, it can be done, I promise. It's just, it's really hard and really precise. But that's why I brought the box over. Now, I don't remember the angle for this, but there is an angle to where you can... There's a switch up here, and there is an angle to where you can hit the switch. And normally you have to climb up the vines, which we'll probably have to end up doing. But throwing this a specific way, you can... Wow, no, there's a way of doing that right. I don't remember the exact angle because I haven't tried it forever, but you can hit the switch from there and not have to climb all the way up here. Are you... Wow. Wow. Talk about a series of unfortunate events. Should have killed him. She's probably gonna get... Oh, that's a gold one. I'm gonna say, why didn't he die? But he's gold, that's why. Now, very rarely do I fail this. But sometimes I'll throw it and miss, and I have to climb back up. But jump slashing, or side hopping off, is just quicker, obviously. So, thankfully this episode's not going to be 30 minutes. We should be able to keep it around 27, which is good. Still kind of long, but, you know, better than 30, or 32, or whatever I thought it was going to be. We could very well lose a fairy here, and I'm okay with that. Fairies for the child dungeons really are no big issue. I mean, Forest Temple especially, you know, you fight virtually nothing in there but the boss. And then Dodongo's Cavern really is not bad. Oh, come on. I was gonna say, can we not? Come on. I was gonna say, can we stun the boss? That was my goal. I wasn't aiming for that jellyfish. I was aiming to stun the boss. And why the jellyfish are so far out, I don't know. They really are way out. So after you do it once, we get to do it again. If you break the jellyfish once, what does the game want you to do? It wants you to break them again. This phase is a lot more annoying. Once you hit it the first time, you're good though. Because they stay closer together, and if you break, even just breaking one gives you an advantage, because at least you have a bigger... Whoops, we already have our... I don't know if Deku sticks actually help here. I honestly have no idea, because this guy takes 5 hits to kill using Deku sticks. So I'm not sure if it even does anything. If you can get him trapped in a corner, like, not really a corner, but if you can get him trapped against a wall like this... Shoot, I ran right into that. That was my fault. I was trying to keep him cornered into the wall. I don't want him to get away. Because usually what happens is, as he comes up, he'll spin away from you. And, you know, if you get him... If you get him trapped here, that can't really happen. 3 hits. I don't know if I was doing it wrong or what. I don't know. Well, 3 hits, not 5, whatever. Maybe I missed... I don't remember. Maybe I got the word 5 from... Maybe I was out of Deku Nuts the one time I remember. Or Sticks. I don't know. Either way, we're good there. Using a fairy, not a big deal. I really... That fairy loss concerns me none. Because even if we lose all 3, which shouldn't happen, but even if we were to lose all 3, I know for sure, I know for a fact that there's one in Dodongo's Cavern, so that'd mean we'd have to lose 4, and even if we did lose all 4 and didn't game over, we could still, when we go back to Adult Link, we could just warp back to, what's-its-face, the forest area with, the minuet of forest and just go get pickup fairies up again. So this cutscene shouldn't be more than a minute. We might be able to end this around 27. Again, I'm going to try and show you the other way to enter Jabu Jabu. It's basically the same thing. We're just trying to clip into the loading zone. Only instead of going below, like in his jaw, we're going to go more into his nose. And it's a lot harder. No, I guess it's not really a lot harder. It's just way more precise, you know. Instead of just, you know, double crouch stab, side hop, spam B, it's, you know, you have to time when you hit B. There's only, I think, like, what is it, 2, maybe 3 frames you can hit B to where you can get enough height to enter the loading zone. Like, you're literally hitting the bare edge of the loading zone when you go up top. And the funny thing here is it says we have 2 stones. What? We only have 1 stone. This is our first stone. Second of all, even if you were going through the game normally, this would be your 3rd stone. Technically, once you got the bombs from the Dongo's Cavern, you could, if you wanted to, come get this stone. But I don't know of anyone who's done that accidentally. Once you're into Dongo's Cavern, you just finish the Dongo's Cavern. So anyways, basically, it's, if we don't get it, that's okay. I'm not going to spend more than, I'm going to say 30 seconds on it. You know, we'll go till my thing says 27:30, which thankfully it won't be. Wow. But basically what you're doing is you're just trying to jump slash your way. Oh, there we go. Look at that. That actually is not as hard as I remember. In fact, that might be easier than I thought. Before, I don't know what angle I was using before, but let's see if we can replicate that. Yeah, I don't know. You just kind of aim towards that area, and you have to jump slash when you get max height. So it's, as you can tell, it's a lot more precise than just the other way. We'll give this our last try. I would like to have the last try be successful. We'll go 2 more tries. If we don't get it, whatever. There was 1. I didn't really aim that one. Wow. Wow. Again, I would like to end it successfully, but the way this is going, I don't know how that's exactly going to go down. Yeah, so it's whatever. That's how you do it. At least we were able to show it off once. There we go. Look at that. We can end successfully. So it's not nearly as hard as I remember, but again, it's not like, you know, it's the... Here's the thing. The way of doing it that way is, if you mess up that way, you get on land, you can get back up here for another quick attempt, you know. You get more attempts in the same amount of time than the other one, but the other one's a lot more easy, and it's, you can get it a lot more consistently. So you really shouldn't be falling into the water that often using that way, but I guess just use whatever way you want. Either way, we'll go ahead and end this now. Be around, you know, 28:30, but that's okay. Next time we will probably we'll probably be able to get to the Dongo's Cavern and finish it. The trip up there should only be 5 minutes max, and the cave's like 15 to 20. Really shouldn't be too bad. So that is it for me. I'll go ahead and see you guys next time. Peeps out.